At another time, he was in danger of losing his throne. A high-ranking British officer visited Pratibandhapuram. He was very fond of hunting tigers and fonder of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandhapuram, but the Maharaja was firm in his resolve. He refused permission. Now, once the king was in danger of losing his kingdom because a British officer visited Pratibandhapuram, and this British officer was very fond of hunting tigers and even more fond of having himself photographed with the tigers he had shot. But the king refused. He was very firm, very determined not to allow anyone to hunt tigers in his forests. So he refused permission. I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt, you may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for a mosquito hunt, but tiger hunt, that's impossible. Now here the author is adding some humor by saying mouse hunt and mosquito hunt. Boar hunt means wild pig hunting. The British officer's secretary sent word to the Maharaja through the Diwan that the Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the actual killing. What was important to the Durai was a photograph of himself holding the gun and standing over the tiger's carcass. The British officer's secretary informed the Maharaja through his Diwan that the British officer himself would not kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the killing. What he wanted was to have a photograph holding a gun and standing over the tiger's dead body. But the Maharaja would not agree even to this proposal. If he relented now, what would he do if other British officers turned up for tiger hunts? But the Maharaja refused even this because he was afraid that other officers might also start demanding tiger hunts. Because he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. Now, it was British rule, so it was difficult for anybody to offend any British officer. The Maharaja had offended the British officer, so he was now in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over this issue. The Maharaja and the Diwan, they held careful discussions over this issue, this matter. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. Immediately, a telegram was sent to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. Send samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs. Some 50 rings arrived. They had ordered expensive diamond rings of different designs, and 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent the whole lot to the British officer's British officer's wife. The king and the minister expected the Durrasani to choose one or two rings and send the rest back. Within no time at all, the Durrasani sent her reply, "Thank you very much for your gifts." The Maharaja and the Diwan expected the British officer's wife to choose one or two rings and return the rest of the rings. But very soon, the Durrasani, that is the British officer's wife, sent a reply, "Thank you very much for your gifts." She kept all the 50 rings. In 2 days, a bill for 3 lakh of rupees came from the British jewelers, and within 2 days, a bill of 3 lakh rupees came. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. The Maharaja was still happy, though he had lost 3 lakh rupees, but he had managed to keep his kingdom, hold on to his kingdom. The Maharaja's tiger hunts continued to be highly successful. Within 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers, and then an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to a standstill. Now, all was going very smoothly, and he managed to kill 70 tigers in 10 years. But all of a sudden, unforeseen hurdle, something he could not see before, unpredictable problem came and brought his mission to a standstill.